We're live.
I always forget we're not doing the little intro anymore. I'm like,
no, we're just going straight into it. We're going to be doing it. Shay, you turned your camera off. That was rude.
Ed Silver, what's up?
We will have an intro again.
we're working on it.
She didn't like the toilet flushing.
Finally,
get Shay back.
I was trying to mute I had YouTube on, so
Nice.
I didn't want it echoing. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to the last Monday of July. I can't believe that. It's already almost August.
Well, and there was like 5 of them this month, right?
Yeah. So this is our true Q&A night, where you guys get to ask us questions. So we'll get to that. You can go ahead and start asking questions if you want, and we'll just star them and get to them as they come in. But yeah, we just want to say hi to everybody first. Yes, and Adam's going to open his vault boxes for you guys. So I already opened mine. I couldn't wait. It was okay. I didn't do fantastic. I got a black core. But
you can show it to us.
I'm shipping it off right away. It still has the plastic on it and everything. Shipping it off right away to sell it. So but I'll show it to you.
You could show it off if you want.
Look at, I didn't even break the seal.
You didn't even break the seal. You had to break the seal to see what it was. What do you mean?
No, I didn't break the seal. I didn't look. See the seal?
Oh, you peeled the seal.
I did.
There you go.
So, and I'm sending it with the gold back because I don't care about that.
They said those
so
are like
it's a pretty coin. It's really a pretty coin. I got an 1897 MS64 Morgan. And you're not even going to be able to see it.
There you go. Kind of see it.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty.
The label itself will help probably recoup some of the money, for sure.
At least for a while.
Can you see it? There it is.
Oh,
what?
Look at my coin. Isn't it?
But it's pretty. It's a pretty coin. At least I didn't get a 1995 double die. I didn't want that. And I didn't get any Yukon gold nuggets.
How much are those going for? Gold nuggets? I wonder how much those are worth.
Not very much.
Oh.
Joey said
and I didn't get, I don't know, they didn't have meteorites. Anyway, I could have done a lot worse. So, yeah, it's about $150.
3.5 grams. That's pretty nice, isn't it? 3.5 grams?
Yeah, that's the red core.
Okay.
I think 2.8 or something is black core, or whatever. I don't know.
Well, is that
an RPM?
Can you see the variety on the coin from the right? I know.
Well, here's another thing to think about. Unattributed varieties on these. You never know.
I did look. It does not have the pitted reverse.
RPM, RPD,
Silver stackers. Thank
you, Steven. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Steven has a couple new videos.
Yes, he just put one out today that was pretty cool.
So for the July and August Aeroscope magazine,
301.
for our viewers that joined Coneca in July and August, we want to say thank you for mentioning us in your membership application. So Martin Fight, Ronald Fry, Susan Griffiths, she has Sean down here, Blue Ridge Silverhound, but we're going to mention that anyway. And Barbara Nitsch, Nitschche.
Niche.
So congratulations on your new membership. I hope you guys enjoy being members. It's amazing. And thank you for mentioning us when you joined. We appreciate it.
You will enjoy it.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
What's up to all the people coming in?
Welcome, everybody. Make sure.
Yay, I rock veteran. Silver Stacker, we said hi.
So, Adam, you wanted to talk about something new on eBay, right?
Yeah, sure.
Jackalope.
So, I guess eBay is starting to kind of get on board with the AI stuff, and I've always found it hard to do a description on my coin auctions. So it's very brief, very, it's got some basic information in there, but nothing too crazy. So I was listing some stuff tonight, and I noticed that they added an AI feature for your description. So let me go in here and show you.
The ANA show is August 9th through the 12th, I think. 9th is early bird or whatever dealer set up. Something like that. August 10th is when Sean will be going up against Couch Collectibles for the grading competition.
I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up one that it did for me on eBay here. Hold on a second.
So while you're doing that, we do have a question from Jackalope Herdmaster. He's watching a Liberty nickel on eBay right now with an RPD. What free online resource would be best to help identify what RPD it is? NGC Variety Plus has a close match, but not exact. Is there a...
So I don't know. Let's see. You can see if PCGS has any. libertynickels.org. So
wait,
copy. Check here. They have a lot of varieties listed.
Oh, hey Amanda, she posted a site.
Oh,
we miss you.
We do miss you, Amanda. Were your ears burning because we were talking about you? Where did she post a site? That was me. Oh, there she is, Jacqueline. Oh, Liberty. Oh, it's the same one. Thanks, Amanda. Liberty, yeah, they have a lot of them listed there. So now understand that just because they're listed on there doesn't mean that the third-party graders recognize them. So, that's an unusual coin with Kaneka. I sent photos in the weight and I can't get a response. Well, you should have sent them to us first, Iraq veteran. So if you posted them on the forum, somebody should have commented. But send me the pictures. Mike Noodle, how are ya? Send us pictures of it, and I'll see if I can find something out. Maybe they're having problems with their forum. I will ask. So go ahead, Adam.
There it is. I found it. Hold on. I had to go look for it. All right.
Hey, I just want to thank everybody for all your great emails this week. Really doing good about sending front image, reverse image, up close images, clear images for the most part. We got a lot of good stuff this week. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It really helps us do things quicker and easier without a ton of correspondence back and forth, asking for more pictures. So,
yes, hey. And we only have, I think this is the first time in our history that we've only had 15 emails in the inbox. So,
oh yeah, we've been working hard to get it caught up.
Okay, so here's a listing I just did this afternoon. This is one that I had them do for me here. Okay, so the description, here we go. This is all AI generated. First of all, let's look at the title first. So here's the title. Title, I just put that in, bid, starting bid and all that stuff. And then when I got down here after I did the specifics, I did the item description from the seller or AI generated. Up for sale is a rare and valuable 1955D American Lincoln wheat cent. This beautifully crafted coin has not been circulated and is graded MS65 by PCGS. It features a double die obverse. Did it say doubled? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Double die obverse with vibrant red color. The coin is composed of copper and was struck at the Denver Mint location with a business strike type. This Lincoln wheat cent is a great addition to any coin collection and is accompanied by FS. You stupid thing. No, it's not a 401. I got to fix that. FS 101 certification. Don't miss out on owning this amazing piece of history.
I was just going to ask you if you can you go in and edit that, because A, that listing is wrong, and B, it's way over the top.
Right. It's a
way
lot.
Over the top.
It's way better than what I've ever done before.
Well,
so,
yeah, I mean.
Well, at least it gives you, it's like a template to work with,
Yeah.
Then you can just add more or delete that part of it off.
So that answered my earlier
that's actually
question.
my fault. I did 401. That's my fault.
Oh.
So, yeah. I'm doing too many Bugs Bunnies.
That's what it was, Joey.
There we go.
What's up, American Eagle Hoarder?
Yeah,
But yes,
that is really cool.
It is cool, but yeah, you're right. It's a little over the top.
A little over the top. I would love to see how it describes a parking lot coin. I'd love to see that. I think Amanda's going to have fun with some of her bad eBay listings, because now they're going to have like way over the top descriptions. Clever.
Clever only collects coins that are lovingly crafted by the master artisans of the Philly Mint, but only after the coins are aged to perfection.
Clever.
Actually,
you
it's
should be
funny.
writing those.
No, McBride, I sold you that MS66, I believe.
Clever's got a purty mouth.
Clever's got a pretty mouth. He needs to be writing for that.
He does.
The description. So, Adam, do you want to open your vault box?
Sure, why not?
Y'all
Have
We already started starring questions.
We got some questions, yeah.
Yeah.
We got one at least from Iraq veteran. Can someone explain to me how to post an unusual coin?
Oh, I already answered him.
Oh, you did? Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one more. Jimmy H.
Jimmy H.
Did you star him? Yeah. No.
No.
Do we have any Play-Doh?
Kind of confused about doubling. Oh,
I
yes,
do.
I answered him and said to please send pictures because we won't be able to tell him
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
it.
If you guys, so we can't answer like most specific coin questions. If you're asking about a specific coin, we have to see pictures. 99.99999% of the time, we can't answer a question about a coin unless we see a picture.
Dang, good job, American Eagle Hoarder.
We're just guessing then, and we don't like to do that.
CJ, that's some creative description writing there. You're good at this.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
Well, Paula, I'm not going to be as lucky as you.
Oh, you did, Joe? Oh, you're not?
No, my steel is not cooperating with me.
Oh,
All right.
just break the seal.
Ooh, gotta be careful.
How'd you do, Joe? Or should I go back and watch it? I probably should just go back and watch it and give her the view.
Okay.
Aaron Hurston,
Here's
you
the
need to
little-
send us an email.
There's a little gold back. Comes in the.
Wait. Can we make him big?
Yeah. Hang on. There you go.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. I'm not even gonna look. You just guys tell me if it's bad news or good news.
I can't tell. I don't think it's the greatest news.
Can't read what it is, but
The 32D?
1932S
Yes.
VG.
That's
Eight.
not bad.
It's a key date, somewhat.
Yeah, it's a key date.
I don't know what that. It's probably not worth very much. I'm sure. He's like bad. Tyler's like
red.
bad. What?
Come on.
So we just want you guys to know that we're not promoting Vault Box. We chose to. I thought this. So there's been 3 series of these. This series kind of tickled my fancy because there was a chance of winning some amazing numismatic coins. You have to decide for yourself whether you want to do this. It is a gamble. This is a gamble, and there's no other way to put it. You're paying a certain amount of money for a chance at winning something, big. So it is a gamble.
Yeah.
I think this series was better for the hobby than the other ones because it did bring in a different type of, it brought in more of the numismatic side. So that's just my opinion. But
yeah, and
I bought one.
They're talking about the people buying them on Whatnot for $500 up to $1,000.
That was horrible.
That's pretty crazy.
I do have a problem with that. Yeah.
When you're considering that if you get the low end floor items,
And most of them did. We only saw like 2 that. Well, somebody did open the
$17.99.
Yeah, somebody did get the $17.99 bus dollar.
All right.
But
number 2.
Spending money, that is Silver Clan. Yep, spending money on races for chance is a gamble. Also, there's a lot of gambling that goes on YouTube, and we don't promote that either, at all. So,
all right, the gold back.
Go back.
All right. Okay.
It's slow. Oh, well.
Bad or good?
Lift it up. Raise it up a little bit.
Oh, not bad, Joe.
It's a
we got a piece.
It's
a 23.
60 something. 23?
65.
65?
Oh, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad at all.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. Congrats.
Not bad.
No.
Well, Paula Aunt Laura said you'll be happy to know she found another VDBV Lincoln cent.
Oh, yeah. You know me. You know me. That thrills me. Listen, if it makes you guys happy and it keeps you in the hobby and it makes you excited, I'm so happy for you. If you, like I said, we don't know what caused that extra V. So, I'm kind of holding back my opinion. I kind of think I know what it is, but I'm not my opinion doesn't matter.
So, I'm going to say Ogier coins, or is it Ogre coin? I don't know. Ogier coins said, found a batch of wheat pennies, 1918S with 120-degree die rotations. Is there a rarity index somewhere to check?
I found a batch of 1918S with 120-degree. Is there a rarity index? So the older coins, die rotation is not as rare on those as the newer coins. Sounds weird, but the way the process was back then, rotation was just it just happened a lot more often than with the newer presses. But as far as a rarity index, there's really not that I know of. Mike, do you know of any place that they can check for? First of all, that value is dependent on condition. So that's the first thing you need to look at is the condition of the coin itself. But as far as die rotations, I think that like for the 1864 2-cent, 180-degree rotation is more common than a 90-degree rotation. So it's kind of odd how that works. But there's actually a die pairing on the 1864 2 cents that has a 180-degree die rotation as a normal. So kind of weird. I don't know that there is any. If anybody in the chat or anybody out there in Kittle land knows of anywhere that
Kittle land.
like a rarity index on that, let me know, because that's a big question.
Well, American Eagle Hoarder got some silver back from the bank and got a DDO on one of his 64 Kennedys.
Nice.
Jimmy H got back in change yesterday an 1875 cc seated Liberty dime with extreme circulation wear, but
Back in change?
in change. So that's awesome, Jimmy.
You found a National Coin Week
Yeah, right?
coin. Yeah, probably. You probably found one of the treasure hunting coins.
Thanks for coming in, Lucky James.
You get some of my coins. Oh, nice. Silver Sacrum training. You got a lot of work to do. You've got a lot of
Tyler
coins.
says bought a 1970s proof set the other day that had a rotated die nickel in it. Are those valuable?
Depends. Depends on the degree of rotation. Has to be greater than 15%.
Are there a lot of proof?
Or 15 degree. Has to be greater than 15 degree rotation.
Are there a lot of rotations on proof coins?
No.
Hey, old Bill.
Any proof error coin is
Worth
you
something.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be worth something. No, it's more uncommon on proofs for sure, but if it's less than 15 degrees, then yeah.
Everyone is here. What's up, Juan?
Oh, hey, Todd, thanks for coming. Sorry you can't stay. We'll
Yeah,
miss you,
hey,
babe.
Todd. He's probably working.
You can't leave. The plants will die. Who used to say that? You can't leave. The plants will die. Ken. I'm asking for a friend. Should it be graded? Probably not, but let me see. NumisMedia. What was that? A 21S Walker. 21S.
Nice.
And good. 21S. So 21S in good 4, it's about $76. VG8 about 132, fine 12, 288. So what did he say the grade on it was? Probably a good 6.
Maybe G6.
So no. So no. And I will put that link, copy. Put that link in the chat so you can look at it there. This is a good price guide. You always want to use 2 or 3 price guides if you can to find value on something. But I like NumisMedia. To crack a cleaned graded coin if you found an error to send to annex for the error attribution. I probably wouldn't spend any more money on that coin. If it was my coin, I wouldn't spend any more money on it. I'd keep it in the NGC slab and just put a little label you make of your own, what it is. That's what I would do. But that's just me.
Thanks.
It's a cleaned coin. It's a great variety, but I wouldn't spend any more money on it. I'd keep it in an NGC slab.
Yeah, if it's clean.
Is an 1873 penny a key date?
Is it? Where did you
No offhand. 1873 penny.
Let's see. 1873. I think so. I don't know. Where's Mike? He's in the chat. He probably be able to tell us. See,
He can't type.
He can't type?
I don't know. I'm just giving him a hard
1873. It is one of the better coins. Wait, no. Let's see. Okay, there's a lot. What am I looking at? So there's a. I think it's. I don't know. 1873. Key dates. Internet penny key dates. Obviously 1877, 1909 S. 1859. Is Kittle in there? He might be answering. 1864.
Oh, there it is. Good date, he said.
Good date. Okay.
What's up, Emil?
Yeah, it looked like it was one of the better dates. But... Oh, Mike Noodle said, I answered for you.
Thank you, Mike Noodle, as well. Also, check
Mike.
auctions.
1877 is a key, yeah. Yeah, 1877 is a key. 1909S, 1908S.
Do we know of any specific website or book
Yeah.
about Henning nickels?
About what?
Henning nickels.
I can't say anything. Yes. Let me. It's good luck getting one.
It's like forums and stuff.
Yeah. There is one. Let's see. So let me see if Joe's got it on his site. What it's called. Good luck finding it though. It's not really a book per se, but it's a. Oh, come on, where is it, Joe? He just posted it not too long ago.
I think there's also some good videos out there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this book has a section on Henning nickels, a standard catalog of United States altered and counterfeit coins. Don't know who that's by. It doesn't have the author's name on it. That has a section, but there is one. As I'm looking, Mike is probably already typing in there. Mike likes his books like I do. Well, I can't find it. He posted not too long ago in his group about a book. And like I said, I looked right away, and they're outrageously expensive if you find it.
And Laura, you'll have to send the email to us.
Yeah.
With pictures. We're not going to be able to give you any definitive answer on that one.
Do you know what that's called, Mike? That book on Henning?
Angela Brawley, it's the same thing. If you would send us an email with some pictures, we can take a look at it.
Let's see if I.
We'll stop and look at pictures later this week. We don't really do it on tonight. This is about questions you guys have about the hobby, about how you store your coins, handle your coins.
Oh, here.
Any advice you may seek, whatever.
So it is called the Counterfeit 1944 Jefferson Nickel. That's the only one that I know of, other than that other one I mentioned. And this is by Dwight Stuckey.
There you go.
By Dwight Stuckey.
Dwight Stuckey, that sounds good.
Hey, Brian Hoover.
And I don't know if it only talks about the 1944 or not. That's what it's titled. So.
Nope. I was meant to start it. Hold on, I'm gonna start it instead.
Okay. Doug has a question.
No, they're not. They're not all 44.
No, they're not.
No.
Doug has a question. Has a couple of 1951 S over D or D over D Lincolns FS 512. Wondering if it's still going to be listed as an FS number after the new release because Wexler and Dr. Wiles have delisted it. So,
I have a 64 different one. Wait.
Any thoughts?
I don't see that question. I can read it, but
It's a little bit higher up.
so unless it's removed from the cherry pickers list, like they'll still attribute it.
I guess the question basically is if Wiles and Wexler have both delisted, do you think that
Wiles and Wexler and Bill Fiva and all of them don't always agree on things.
Which
So
one
just
was it?
because one has delisted it doesn't mean anything.
Sometimes they'll remove items, coins from the cherry picker's guide because of lack of interest. But I've
Yes.
known them, what they do is they keep that attribution in the system so that way they will still attribute that variety. But that helps.
Yeah, I've seen articles and things where experts have gone back and forth on things and just never came to an agreement. So if you guys watch Chuck Daughtry, Copper Coins et al., he disagrees often and is probably right when he does with things that are said by other experts. So when it comes to Lincoln Cents and stuff, if he's disagreeing, he's probably right.
Christopher, there's two people I think that took over Wexler's files, right?
Probably more than that.
Probably more than that involved, but yes, there's new people doing Wexler's stuff now. Then we had a question from Indivisible Man about advice on collecting Morgan dollars.
I can't answer that.
Stack
if you like them, collect them.
Stack them high.
I usually try to get the big varieties. You know, if I'm going to collect Morgan dollars, I usually try to get the listed VAMs, the ones that are actually a little bit, are on the cherry, in the cherry picker's guide or recognized by as a top 100 or a hit list 40 or a hot 50. Those are the ones that I would try to collect first. Just
you like the varieties and things
as far as the varieties go, but just regular Morgans, you could start, maybe. It's kind of hard to pick a key date because there's a lot of key dates.
I've heard a lot of people say if you're going to try to collect a complete series, start with the key dates.
Start with the key dates. Exactly.
Even if you get a really low grade, start with the key dates. You can always, go up.
And some of those are expensive, so you might have to start with a little bit cheaper, of a key date, or maybe, because like a 93S is going to cost you thousands of dollars, just in a low grade. So.
Yeah, we can answer most of your coin and currency questions, even on world coins. If we don't know the answers, we know where to find them.
We have books too.
Most of the time. Lots of books.
We have lots of books.
Lots of books. And we have lots of great people that we can ask, and so.
Let's see. So Inagon asked, any idea how long after the new Cherry Picker's Guide comes out before PCGS, NGC, whoever will start attributing the new varieties? Probably immediately, wouldn't it?
What was it again? Sorry, I was.
How long after the Cherry Picker's Guide comes out will they start attributing them? PCGS?
Probably the same day.
Probably immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can't list them on their site until the book comes out, because they don't, they can't. They can't list them ahead of time.
NGC will do theirs early. They've been known to list them early on their website.
The Variety Plus.
Yeah.
We're talking about.
Yeah. No, well, no, they'll do new cherry picker listed varieties. It'll actually say new next to it.
Oh, really? Before the book even came out?
Yep, they sure will.
So they must get the information prior to the release.
They do.
Which, well, they probably have to if they're gonna do it and attribute them. You would think that yes, they might be involved with updating their own website, to have it upon release of the the guide coming out, maybe.
Yeah.
So that
Very
makes
interesting.
sense.
Well, but I mean, yeah, how far in advance do they know? Adam, do you know?
I'm not quite sure on that part. I don't know exactly details of that. I did
Yeah,
see in here
Anakin.
Joey cherry picked the 87 Super CD. Guess what? I just sent one of those off to Annex to get graded.
A what?
I got a matching one just like you.
A what? Oh, Super CD. What is a Super
What's a
CD?
Super CD? I don't know that one.
Super clashed die.
Oh,
Flash
Flash
die,
die.
yeah.
Thank you. I'm like, what's this?
So Indigon Demon says, why hasn't the FS or the 1935 FS 101 quarter been delisted? Nobody can come up with one, and it's matched for one of the 34 DDO as well.
Somebody had to have had one.
I'm just telling you, you get similar but not exactly the same double dies across years. I mean, that's always possible, but you know, you have to look at it. Now, I do know that I have found listings and the cherry pickers that don't agree with Variety Vista and Copper Coins and Wexler, and they're pointing to different coins on each of their sites, and they're not the right coins. And you know, there's cataloged a lot of it.
Shannon found a duplicated listing.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
It happens a lot actually. There's several times that.
Okay, let me say this, because I have been, and a lot of people know that I have been trying to put together that Harper's Ferry and list of DDRs, which there's 165 of them or something. And I don't know if many people have ever really tried to do that, but so when I'm going through and I'm trying to figure out which one I have, if I find one, I don't stop. I go to the end of the thing, because you really have to make sure that some are very similar and some are not. And I think, I mean, there's 2 or 3 on there that might be duplicates. Just there's I mean, it's hard to tell, but I think that they should, look into it at least. So
I got some of those that aren't listed either. So
right, because there could be, if there's that many, there's more, I'm sure.
I love books too, Mike. Shay loves books too.
this is just the ones you see on. These are the ones I access like every day or two. the other bookshelves over there.
I don't know if anyone answered this, but Perry Martin said, "Why do some mint marks look layered or deteriorate? Is it deterioration? I guess."
Yes,
layered.
Deterioration that causes that, or strike doubling is really what causes that. Strike doubling, especially on Franklin's and Washington quarters, you see that a lot.
And I'll tell you, the worst is looking at those old nickels with the mint mark by the memorial.
Yeah, Jefferson nickels too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, nickels are bad with deterioration.
It's because of the metal, right? Because it's so hard, right?
Yeah, and they just made a ton of them.
Oh, CJ answered it. Thank you, CJ.
We all love books. I do. I love books. Yep. In fact, I'm probably going to be getting a few copies of Ken's new Strike It Rich with Pocket Change. I'm going to try to get a few signed copies. Give a couple away here. And yeah.
Nice title.
Why isn't things like that? There's Jeremy Wilson. Because they're not part of the minting process. Machine doubling and die deterioration is just like the normal wear and tear on a die. It's just normal. It's not a mistake. It's just normal wear and tear on the die. Machine doubling happens immediately after that coin, that final design is struck into that coin. So the minting process has ended. It ends as soon as that design is struck into that coin. Anything that happens after that, even if it's a millisecond, the little bounce or shimmy that causes MD, it's damage. It's post-strike damage.
So Anthony says, Adam, the scent that they showed you, he's been looking at all different angles and leaning towards struck through staple. Just so you know.
Who said that?
Anthony Arashnia.
Now, I need to correct something real quick because
Okay.
I need to be a little bit more specific because I'm thinking about that. Now, there are instances where severe dye wear that is not part of the normal life of the dye happens, and that is an error. So there's like design devouring dye wear. That is an error. There's dye wear, there's premature dye fatigue, and that's caused from excessive heat treating of the dye.
Not from the actual striking process.
Not from the actual striking process. In fact, Chuck did a roll reveal, or it wasn't Chuck, it was Eric Beyer that did a roll reveal on copper coins, and they found a bunch of weird, they thought maybe it was strike through. I think it was the 54S that they just did, or 54D, 54S, I can't remember. There was a bunch of them, and I want to get Eric to send me some photos of those coins because I think that that is a case of premature dye fatigue. It gets the kind of this pitted, weird looking surface on it. And I think that might be what happened on those coins because I don't think those are strike throughs.
So
those are not normal dye wear. Those are not part of the normal dye life. Something happened. Something happened. There was a mistake there in the minting process. So that it's not a normal part of the dye's life.
So Rahul is asking, how close do you have to set up your USB microscope to the pad to be able to see DDOs?
Depends on the DDO.
Depends on how strong it is, and also if I don't search with my microscope that much because there are a lot of things that you can miss if you can't angle the coin and get the right lighting on what you're looking for. So if you do hunt with your microscope and you see something that you think is off or whatever, always try and look at it again with your loop and see, because one of the things Paula taught me was, well, if you see doubling in one place and then you turn the coin around and you don't see the doubling, well, it's probably not doubling because it's lighting or it's whatever. So just
Sean's in the chat. Shay, hi Shay. He didn't say hi to any of us. He didn't say hi to any. He just said hi to Shay. I feel
What's up?
Sean, I put an important email in your folder, Sean. So you need to check that today. It's important.
And also there's doesn't he have for the W quarter in the Gawwins folder?
Oh, he does. Okay.
Yeah. So check the Gawwins folder too, Sean.
God bless you, my friend. Yeah, when you first start out looking for varieties and errors, and you are new at looking through a loop, or you start right off with the big dog and get yourself a microscope, everything you look at is going to look doubled, or everything's going to look like an error. It's really I would love to see people before they even buy a loop to learn the minting process. I would love to see that's like my dream.
And first, I'm going to say good night, Silver Stacker in Training. But Frostbite had asked that question, and Shay had kind of answered it as to where is your favorite or the best place for a new collector to learn about the minting process. And go ahead, Shay.
Look, Wexler is one of the best resources. It's free. It's available right now. I posted a couple of links in chat. You can go there and you can go on to YouTube. You can enter in ANA minting process or follow the link. Watch that. Watch the one from 3 years ago. That's fine too. Go to the United States Mint's YouTube channel and watch some of their minting videos where you see that stuff happening. You'll understand right away why those coins are damaged right after they're minted. All them falling and hitting each other and on their way to be put in bags and delivered. Anyway, you learn that. Learn the different pieces. There's some nice information in there. I'm trying to think of the PDF where we got the PDF and the other stuff with all the nice diagrams in it to show all the phases. Oh, you could search on Google.
Yeah, we have one on our website too. I mean, on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
The whole
and have that picture handy so that you know where the coins come, where everything comes in and where it goes out and what's done at each step. US
Mint has that too.
Mm-hmm.
They have that on their thing. I love sending people to the American Numismatic Association YouTube channel. I love that. You go to their Learning Academy and they have so many videos that you guys can watch and learn from grading 101 to the modern minting process to errors that are not errors, all kinds of videos.
The tendency will be for you want to, grab your coins. I don't know how many of you have boxes near you and start searching through your pennies and everything else. But until you learn the minting process, you're going to be throwing stuff away that you probably shouldn't have. You're going to be kicking yourself later.
In 5 years, you're going to be going, God, how many of those 1992 close hands did I?
Anyway, getting a strong foundation in the minting process will help you identify what is an error or what is garbage, what's not garbage, and what a variety is. And you'll be able to more quickly go through your coins because you don't have to learn every single variety by a list. You can look at a coin, you can look on the front and all the devices, you can look on the reverse, you can look at all the devices, you can have your own methodology. But when you see doubling and you know what it is, you'll get it. You'll see it and you put it aside. And then you start looking at what it specifically is because you know it's a double die or it's an RPM or it's RPD or whatever, or it's an error of some sort. And so knowing that is the biggest part of the battle. So I recommend going into one of those links and learning what each of the classic double size varieties are. And understand why it is.
And learn everything about that series. Learn it backwards and forwards. The different obverse design varieties, the different reverse design varieties, there's been changes, like with the Lincoln sense, there's been changes throughout the series. From, the wheat sense to the memorial sense, but then you go from the 68s to the 69s. There's a huge design difference in those. Pick a series and learn it. Don't try to look through nickels and quarters and dimes and Lincoln cents and
And Aaron had asked what kind of loop is recommended. And CJ said a standard 10 times loop would work great, but
7 to 10.
These that you can off of eBay or Amazon, real cheap. And this is actually,
I love mine.
It's actually 30.
I love mine too.
Why just have one?
This one probably was Shay's at one time because
this was like 7. Oh my God!
I know. Keep them away from your grandchildren because they like to open them up and pretend they're like cell phones.
Yeah, because it has lights and stuff too. But this one's actually 30 times, which is
children.
Hey, I don't care if you get a 5x credit card size one, so it could be in your wallet. It's having it wherever you need it, and how convenient it is to you. I have them in my car. I have them in a briefcase. I have them in my backpacks. I have them everywhere.
Thank you, Doug, for the $5 super sticker.
Thank you, Doug. We're so glad you came, Angela.
And by using them, you'll learn which one you like. All right. People have different eye issues that could require you to get a different thing. So it's really personal choice, but just try them,
I have
You'll-
on different.
Most of them are under $30, so it's not like you're put out a huge amount, and you can buy.
Learn to use them. Keep both eyes open.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will close one eye when they're keep both eyes open when you're looking for
And they
them.
make great fire starters. Nice.
So I think it was Ida that I caught her like this, holding the loop to her coin. That's not how you do it. Put the loop to your eye, then you don't put the loop.
Yeah, it's usually easier that way. I've seen people do it, but closer to their face. But yeah,
Yeah, I got my mom one of those big magnifying glasses.
I love those.
So you can move it around, and
I want one of those. I would love it.
I want one of those headpieces.
oh yeah, with the glasses.
Yes,
Down.
I do.
Like Joe Sharp used to have, he broke them.
That's like totally nerding out retainer.
Who did that? Was it Joe Sharp?
Yeah, Joe Sharp.
Sharp Eye for Coins.
Yeah.
He had
And then he
one.
broke it.
Oh, I love that thing.
He broke it.
Stacy.
Just want to mention
Sweet friend.
thank yous to Angela saying this is my first time here. I've enjoyed it very much. Y'all are awesome. I will send photos of my coins. I don't throw away anything. That's why my husband wants her to, I guess, to sell them or open a store. Yep.
I feel ya.
I hear every day you should sell some of those coins before you buy any more. You're buying more coins. Sell some of you've got to sell some coins, Shay.
No, you don't. You can't.
I don't want to sell my coins.
I'm still having night terrors from the coin show, and I
See, because you find your first one and it's crap, and so then you're waiting out to find the second one that's better, so you can get rid of the first one.
But this one, I have no problem.
Oh, Indigon makes a good point. All the magnification in the world isn't going to help you if you don't know what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Very good.
Bingo.
So definitely,
Exactly.
like we were talking about, go through, read all the stuff that Wexler has to say. Go to error.ref or error-ref.com and read everything there if you want to learn about errors.
And I would go to Wexler and learn the minting process before you go to errors. But
Yeah, errors are a whole different ball game.
And it's a lot.
Errors and varieties are not the same thing, and errors are a whole different.
the more reading you do, the more things you're going to be exposed to. Like open your mind to things that you never knew about this hobby. There are lots of rabbit holes, and many of them go very deep. So.
Yeah, education is key. Absolutely. That's why we're here.
007 Rico says, I have a 1967 SMS sealed, and I believe my Kennedy has a DDR on the star, and also my Lincoln sent. Is it best to send it for grading PCGS or NGC?
Neither one. It's best to send pictures and have it verified first. Send us pictures. Why? So that's why we are here.
Mhm.
So that you guys don't waste money sending in coins without having them verified first. Because they will charge you whether it is or it isn't. You will get charged
The
for them to look at
TPGs
that coin.
stay afloat because they take your money. They're not going to
They
send
take
it
the
back.
money.
True. And what's up, Eric? And what's up, Stacy? Thank you for joining us. I should say Mrs. Blue Ridge.
So number one for everybody in chat and anybody that's new or whatever, you probably heard us say, the ones that have been here probably heard me say it before, but if you're asking us whether or not to grade a coin, the answer is no, period.
Always.
Do you learn more about coins?
Hi, Mrs. Weaver. Welcome back.
If you can't grade with a pretty good amount of accuracy a coin yourself, our answer to you is always going to be no.
Yeah, and Papa Giorgio makes another good point. If you think something is special, I'm not going to say put it in a coffee can, but put it aside and look at it a year later when you know more.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely, you will.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stacy.
Throw
That
things
was one
away.
of the first things I learned from
Yep.
Ken.
Yeah, you'll be
If
like,
you,
"Whoa."
if you find something that looks weird and you don't know what it is and you can't find out what it is, put it aside and come back to it later.
You need these,
Mhm.
so you don't touch the coin, and you need these that are PCB plasticide free flips. And then you need to start getting other places to put these in. And so the thing our mentor told us was, you're going to be, who cares where the coin came from, but once it's in your hands, you are now the steward of that coin. All right. Mm-hmm. And so it's up to you what happens to that coin and what condition it leaves your hands. And so learn how to handle coins properly as one of the first things that you learn. Get the right equipment so that you can mess with coins, right? Don't just go charging through grandpa's collection with your fingers while you're eating a burrito, right? Anyway.
Yeah.
And
because you don't own your coins. You don't own them. Somebody later on is going to have those coins. You're not going to have them forever. You can take them with you, but there are metal detectors out there.
That's right.
Yeah, dig your bones up.
Okay, so thank you, Stacy, for the $10 super chat. Thanks for all that you do. We appreciate you as well, keeping one of us going and backing him up.
Yeah, keeping track of the big guy.
Keeping track of one of them. And Clever says, Paula, you told him if you didn't...
Don't read that out loud.
You would speak to the authorities. Now he only sends coin pics to you.
That's right. I had to crack down on him.
I got PV pointers. These are like absolutely essential for the hobby.
Yep.
PV pointers. I got to show you something I got.
I cut paper into squares and stuff them into these things so that I can use them for my flips. So I quickly jot down what it is, when I found it, where the stock came from, and then any other information that I need.
I do that too. And the oddest thing happened to me the other day when I looked under the stack of those plastic, but those flips, those clear flips. Mm-hmm. And there's a little stack of papers that you can tear apart, and they're like fit perfectly in the.
Oh yeah.
And you don't have to spend $1 million
cutting up stuff
on something to store your coins in. You can go to Staples, buy a $2 thing, $2 album, and hang on, it's falling apart over here.
The pointers are toothpicks.
Yeah.
You put your coins in these. Buy these pocket papers. Super cheap, and these fit great in them. And so does the cardboard flips. So don't go out. So here's what I did. Don't be a Paula. When I first started,
I went staplers away.
But yeah, keep staples away from me. I went bat crazy buying storage supplies, flips, all kinds of stuff. Don't be like me, because a lot of the coin and so many of the coins that I put in the flip was more valuable than the coin. You can save money. You don't have to spend like $1 million buying stuff. Don't be a Paula. Don't be a Paula.
That was what Ken always did. Like, you should go to Ken's channel and watch his old videos where he's reusing boxes that he got from the post office for free and cutting them out and then filling it with cardboard so that his flips don't slide around. And I've got custom creations that just cost me 2 cents or free because it was excess material. Because of Ken, I chop up every little piece of paper that comes out of the printer after my family cuts things out of a piece of paper.
This is what you're going to end up with. Let me show you what you're going to end up with.
The cheap.
You're going to end up with boxes of these. Boxes and boxes of these.
Wow.
Boxes and boxes. Like just stuff. Yeah. And these are more valuable than most of the coins I put in them.
Yeah, you're right.
Remember, I used to send stuff to Ken for the big show. Every coin I sent was in one of these like fancy things.
By the way, Frank Marshall, good tea graphics and more, says a friend and I are going to write a coin book. Asked Ken Potter for his input and collab. He said he'll have time to do it in 6 months or so. So to go ahead and start sending images for his ideas. Very exciting. That is very exciting. Congratulations. Can't wait to see it.
Nice. I'll have to talk to Ken about that. That's awesome. I can't get him to help me write one stinking article. He's going to help me. He's going to help me. He just doesn't know yet.
Let's see. I'm trying to catch up.
I know, yes, I know.
So many people and so many good questions. Oh, anyone have interest in the modern, I believe it's pronounced Niue.
Nui.
Niue, but a lot of people say Niue.
Niue?
It's Niue. But
I like their
coins. Stuff. Anyway. Yes, I love them personally.
I like their stuff.
They have really cool stuff. They have all kinds of those shaped coins and just, I don't know, cool stuff. I've got a bunch of them myself. I think Ida's probably got a ton of them in her collection too.
Michael Kittle uses old magazines, old coin magazines.
As stuffing.
As stuffing for his, and I love that because it's like a twofer. I get the coin I bought, and then I get to read the
right.
articles.
What's that for? 89D. I can't read it all. Sorry. Interesting. Oh, interesting.
And normal, but abraded reverse FG.
Nice.
Because so you can write on these too, and then tear it off later without. Yeah. So,
Papa Giorgio, PCGS has a survival rate.
Then you'll start getting boxes that you put boxes inside of, with more boxes inside of those and containers of those, and then you'll need stuff like this.
And anytime you find a small, really strong looking box, you're like, oh, this would hold coins.
Yes, yeah, right. And now I have plastic things on my desk that can hold more plastic things in an organized way, so I don't lose track of any of the plastic.
Thank you, CJ. I couldn't think of that estimated survival rate. I couldn't think of that. Like, they have that survival thing.
And then I have stuff that CJ made me that doesn't exist anywhere else in the planet.
I do too. I have dies.
Oh, yeah.
I have 3D printed dies. I have all of Ken's old stuff. Look, I'll show you.
Frank said, "Oh, that the new book is going to be all about ear varieties, so that's cool."
Ooh, my favorite.
I have a. Look it. I have.
Southern Coin Hunter. I'm not sure if that was a question.
I have a cud.
Oh yeah.
I have a cud die.
I'm not sure if that was a question.
Look familiar, CJ?
You're saying, how do some people in their videos cover die chips on most coins but not the Roosevelt dimes? I would say probably because people don't like to search Roosevelt dimes very much, most people. And also, if you're talking about just the ones that are on his face and stuff, they're very, very common. So
yeah.
Not a lot of people really collect them because you can find them everywhere.
Pretty much anywhere on...
Yes.
Anywhere on Roosevelt die chips.
John, solve your problem just by asking for a box of pennies. That'll fix it.
Sean, can I have a super meal, please? Thank you.
That all goes back to also, though, collect what you like. If you like the little die chips, collect them. Ken had a whole coffee can full of he'd find a die chip. Ooh, look at that. That's neat. And he'd throw it and bing, right in the coffee can. Collect what you like. Don't expect to make a bunch of money off of them.
Yeah, CJ said he broke his printer with your cud. Making it.
Really? That's funny.
These little cups, mouthwash cups, are great for
nice, Tyler.
And cheap.
Congratulations.
And you know what?
Mhm.
These Echo containers that you can get from, like, I don't know where, like,
Nice.
like their stuff that's used at a restaurant or whatever. I got a ton of those.
The terrible thing is when you have 100 of them and suddenly you have to move them somewhere.
Yeah. I use solo red cups.
I
Mhm.
use these and I number them so that when I'm sorting dates, I can use it like that. You know, like I have 9 or 10 of them out, and I'm like 0, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Egg cartons work really good too.
Perry, you could send us an email with pictures. We could have possibly sent it, but die cracks are pretty common
Yeah.
on coins.
What was that you had in the bag? Are they for sale? They are not for sale. Those are precious, precious treasures to me. Those are, I have some things that CJ 3D printed for me, but I also have a bunch of stuff that CJ 3D printed for Ken. And I won't take them to the grave with me, but somebody will treasure them when I'm gone. I'll make sure of that. So.
And Tyler says he's got 6 new listings about to be posted on Copper Coins. So congratulations. That's awesome.
Means he 3D printed these little spacers for like the red boxes when you store your flips in red boxes. I love these. They work perfect. Oh, Blues, that's right. That's right. I forgot that you had won one of my painted Lincoln cents. I only did 2 of those, Blues. I only did 2 of those. That's awesome. Please don't ever get rid of that. That about made me crazy painting that coin.
Kathy's asking, what is the best way to organize each coin? Oh, she retracted.
Whatever works best for you is the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are hundreds of ways to store them. And
so what I find is the more information you can put on that flip before you put it away, the better.
yeah.
That's all I can tell you, because when you pull it back up a year from now, 2 years from now, and you're wondering what it is, you have to look it all over again. So it's better to get it right the first time.
Or 2 weeks from now, when you have that roll of whatever that you didn't know you're like, why did I put these all aside?
Just make sure that whatever you put your coins in is safe for coins. Make sure that it's PVC free.
These are great. Buy one and you can start putting coins in it of any denomination, whatever. You have your flips. And then you can grow this and separate. Maybe you have more pennies than you do quarters, dimes, nickels, or whatever. So get one just for your pennies.
Open it up so you can see the inside.
Oh, yeah. So right now I've got quarters in here, and I had flips, and I don't like using staple, the cardboard Mylar flips. And so what I do with them, because I have about 50,000. Somehow, I don't know how I ended up with all of them.
You probably got a bunch from.
So what I did was I went to Staples or Office Depot or whatever, and I got these little labels, and so I taped them and put the dates on them, and then I used them as separators in my boxes. It was kind of a cheap little hack to organize everything. And then I got a label maker. This was great. We've had this for like 12 years, and so I started labeling my boxes. So you'll find your own organization methods.
Yeah, and if you guys do videos, if you have content out there, that's a great thing to do a video on. Just how you store your stuff. Somebody will get it'll help somebody.
And then you'll buy stuff from other people, or whole boxes of stuff like those. There's a couple, these bottom 2 down here, those hold penny rolls. And then this is like those half size flips. They're like 1x1s. And it's all the like Lincoln cent slanted ones, spike heads.
Special.
Yeah, I bought
Spadone special.
It was like 400 coins for $5. I was like, yeah, I'll take it.
Wasn't the guy that did make the
Indigo says he used to
Landis? Are you talking about Landis?
Oh
Landis.
yeah, Landis.
Indigon said
Studios.
Ron Landis.
that he used to tape his cardboard flips, but they leached PVC onto the coins.
Oh yeah. Oof.
Don't put tape on your. Yeah.
Yeah, never let paper of any sort touch your coins over time. It's
Not that, no
when you
one.
store them for a long time in certain materials that will ruin. It can ruin. It can turn them green and all sorts of nasty stuff. So.
Yes, Illy Philly, the chat is live.
Yes. Mike's trying to confuse people. Nope, it's happening tomorrow too. Nope, it's not. If it is, I'm not gonna be here. I thought I heard you were going live tomorrow, Mike. Pretty sure I heard that. I think I read it in Coin Week. Is that a rumor? Just a rumor. So, well, does anybody have anything? He says, nope. I know Wednesday. Yes, if you guys are not subscribed to the Coin Show podcast, please make sure you are. Mike Noodle in chat is one of the guys on the Coin Show podcast, Matt and Mike. You will learn a lot if you watch them. They are fantastic. So we like them a lot. We need to have them back on again. Mike, not a fan of Vault Box. Not a fan. Not a fan. When is it? Jeremy, you're going to have to ask Shannon that, because Shannon is now the proud owner of the unicorn.
Well, when is the unicorn?
We're going to make it a tradition. We're going to bring it back every year.
You never know when you might find that popping up.
I bought a fake. That's sad, Eric Murray.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a shame. Did you know it was fake? Did you buy it intentionally? Because people do buy counterfeits. That's another thing, you guys. If you're looking at eBay or whatever and you see something and you're thinking about buying it, but you got a question about it, unless it's like going to end in 5 minutes, if it has a couple days, shoot us a picture. Just put like attention. So we know that it's like a more urgent message, and we can help you. 14D is one of the more common counterfeited, faked Lincoln cents.
Usually a mint mark is added to, or
it's a 44 that has
it's
been.
a 44, yeah.
Or you can also post in our Facebook group if you want to do that.
Papa Giorgio, Shay is the Kennedy specialist.
I try.
Acid-free paper, yes, acid-free paper.
The problem with the papers is that often they'll use glue on the paper, so that's bad too.
Yeah, same with the flips that have the self-adhesive, so you don't have to use staples.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about those, because if that adhesive, who's to say that adhesive isn't going to leach onto the coin?
Or
If
off
it's
gas.
hot or gas from
Or
it.
when you're folding them, you even hit the that glue on the coin.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you set it on the counter, it opens up and one side stuck to the coin.
Right.
Yeah. It was a mint mark added. Yeah. Well, you need to find someone that's reputable, that you trust. There are a lot of not only are there a lot of bad sellers out there. In fact, I just posted one of Matt's videos from the Coin Show podcast on our Facebook page about Facebook promoting some of these things, and it's not good. Yeah. But there's also sellers out there who way overcharge and take advantage of new collectors, and it's sickening. It's really, really sickening. So just be careful. Be careful.
I remember every time a coin is touched or hit or whatever, it can lose molecules. Seriously, like just rubbing around in your pocket or in your hands or whatever. You can a good 4 coin is going to weigh less than a mint state coin. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at weights and wondering why it's so far off. There is a variance also at the mint,
tolerance.
and so maybe the coin or the batch was low already in weight, on the low end, but just made it, and then you have a lifetime of circulation. We get these questions so much, and it's so difficult to decide. There are places you can search to see what the mint was minting for foreign countries at the time. So with potential of foreign plants getting into the mix. With all that equipment, coins can cling to different parts of the system on their way through and then dislodge later. I think that is a common way that stuff happens. There's also magic coins and other things, reeded edge is worn down. All sorts of things can contribute to a coin losing weight. Damage being one of them.
Ozempic. I'm kidding.
Ozempic butt.
Wait. So Silver Seeker did a video on it, and Diggin' Dave found one last week. It has a similar weight. Is that light? I don't know what's Kennedy weight normally.
Gail, get a patterns book. Something like this. There may be other better books. I don't know.
No, Eric, I think that the V in trust is Latin. I think it's the Latin equivalent of a U, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, people in chat, but I believe that the V is Latin. I don't think it has anything to do with V-Day.
Were you answering that about pattern coins, Shay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's metallurgical studies of coins. There's, there's books that are over 50 years old about how you might be able to clean your coins based on the type of metal it is. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But it's kind of interesting nonetheless, talking about the metallurgical makeup of certain coins. Something to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Their devices.
Yeah, I just found something else out. So penning nickels are, I think Joe said something like 79% copper and 20% nickel or something like that. So penning, the composition is different than normal nickels. It's like 75-25 for the normal nickel. But when they found,
was that the 39 specifically? The one?
No, all of them. Oh. All of them. The composition on all of the heading nickels were like 79-20. And where that other 1% goes, I don't know. But anyway, when they found those, when the Secret Service collected all of them, they ended up melting them in with normal nickel composition coin metal. So yeah, the weight's 5.4. Yeah, so, typically but they ended up melting all of those. So that changes the composition of some of the normal nickels, right? Yeah. Because it's not a normal.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Is there actually some proof that happened?
Yes, Joe, there's proof.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah,
And so during those years between 39 and 53, I mean, okay.
When they found all of them, they ended up melting them down and they got mixed in with the normal nickel.
I know a bunch of them were dumped in the river and they're still there because they don't.
A bunch of the dyes were too.
Yeah, and they don't let anybody go searching for them, apparently.
Yeah, 75-25, Mike. Right. But there's going to be some out there that aren't 75-25.
Yeah.
So, I know. I messaged Joe and I said, well, that kind of puts a wrinkle in things.
Yeah.
Does
I got some
NumisMedia have? Oh,
ordered some dice. I got some copper dice from Charmy,
oh, those are cute.
the penny lady. I couldn't resist.
Oh,
I got
neat.
Ida a pair too.
Yeah.
I got Ida a pair too.
Nice. Does
Yeah,
NumisMedia
penny
have?
nickels weigh 5.4 typically, yes.
Does NumisMedia have accurate information?
Huh?
Does NumisMedia have accurate information?
About?
I feel like it does. If you're,
Yeah, Numista is okay. For world coins or?
yeah.
Yeah, I like
Yes,
NGC, but
Um,
Numista is okay. Numista is good if you want to like keep a catalog of your own world coins.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say their pricing is spot on because no price guide really is.
Numista is not. No.
But the other
No.
information, like the weight and the, what's it made of and all that, is
Don't use
I think it's
Numista for pricing. No. Yeah, I like Numista's good, and I like, but NGC is more accurate when it comes to values. So I don't use Numista values at all. But I don't know much about most world coins, but I know where I can find the information, so that's a good thing.
This might be
29.1, 20.5. Okay, thanks, Doug. Yeah, so when those were all confiscated, they were given back and melted in with normal nickel composition metal. Pretty interesting.
very interesting. It's a cool story.
Hey, Mike, if you like Henning nickels, stick around. Stick around. I can't say anything, but stick around. I can't say anything to you guys either. But stick around. I'm sworn to secrecy. Mr. Price is not, Mr. Price is not close at all. Yeah.
So, Adam, here's a question for you from Frank, because you do eBay a lot. Finally posted my first coin for sale on eBay, relisted 3 times, still no bids. I have a start bid set at face value plus shipping cost and offering free shipping, but still nothing. Is the $4 promo worth it?
Are you talking about to promote the item?
Yeah, to promote it. Is it worth it to pay the extra $4? I would
what's
think
he trying to sell? Does he,
I would say no. He didn't list what he was trying to sell, but
that
I would say
that's
no.
an important detail.
Depends on what he's trying to sell. If he's selling like a penny, definitely not. I wouldn't know.
Well, if it was a penny that was worth, a ton of money,
that's worth $30 or $40. That's one thing, but
also maybe just the title of couldn't you, depending on how you list it, what your title is?
Maybe he needs to reach out to Sam, since Sam knows so much about that kind of stuff.
Or maybe the pictures aren't clear enough. I see so much stuff posted on eBay that shouldn't be there, and it's unfortunate. I mean, the thousands of coins that are posted every day that are barely even viewable and have crap information. So, not saying that's your coin, but take a look.
Use the new AI. Maybe it'll help it.
Yeah.
So, Doug, I don't know anything about it, mystery year for the Hennings, but we had Joe Cronin on not too long ago, and he talked about, he discovered that there are new, for the 53 specifically, there are new die markers, and actually they carry through all of them. There are new die markers that have been found.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they can
like
go
the
back
R in trust or whatever.
Yeah, there is well, just you need to go watch. Go watch when we had Joe on. He talked all about it. It was really exciting because he actually bought one of our viewers. One of our viewers found a 53 Henning, and he bought it, but it doesn't have the typical diagnostics. So, yeah, that was a good one.
So Frank said 8 sequential uncirculated $5 bills, and I'm going to say that depending on if you don't have fancy serial numbers or something else going on with that, just being sequential serial numbers is not necessarily going to drive any kind of premium on your bills, because you can go straight to the bank and get a full, strap of sequential serial numbers.
And if you're really crazy, you can get 10 straps in a bundle.
Yeah, true. Right. If you,
and they're all sequential.
Right.
$2 star notes.
But that's how you can find fancy serial numbers. You can ask your bank for those specifically. If you have a good relationship with them, you can say, "Oh yeah, can you get me those ones that have a little star on it?" "Oh sure."
Yeah, thanks, Eric. I couldn't remember what all of the content of the Henning was, but I knew it was like $79.20. So, I know.
Yeah, I got this today from the bank. So that's a whole BEP scrap of Star Note $2 bills.
And they're sequential, right?
Yeah. So something like that, yeah, that's definitely worth some money for sure.
Well, I'm starving.
Yeah.
I'm really hungry.
Sean's not back from Arby's yet, so
what?
We're going to have to go get it.
They say they have all the meats. Where else is Sean going to be?
Where's the beef?
Where's
That sounds good. Arby's sounds really good.
Where's the beef?
Hey, Paula, so
What?
I got that Bob Julian
Painting or drawing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me see. So Bob Jillian did my Lincoln scent right there. Yeah, that's hand drawn.
Give them to young people and tell them about it. Give them to random strangers that don't know that it's even there. Get interest sparked in the hobby.
Okay, CJ, I'm gonna grab something to eat and then I'll check it out. CJ's Coins and Crafts going live after this. So, yeah.
That's your hand drawn one, right?
Yeah.
Cool. This is the one he did for.
That's actually
Missouri.
somebody's coin too.
No, he does not do this. He did this all. He does this all by. God, I wish I could explain how he does it. It's insane. So
my understanding when he did my Lincoln scent was that that's somebody's coin.
He starts with the design,
right?
The coin design, and then he edits,
interprets
the date
it,
and all that. He uses like a lot of he uses colored pencils, and he just layers it. And he said it gets really, the paper gets kind of saturated, so he has to make a print and then start again and do it again, and that way he builds it up, and then he does the color and all that.
Well, I know that he has done people's coins for them, so maybe that's what I was thinking.
He does. He will do your own.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
My 1930 Buffalo, he said that he needs a really good Type 2 Buffalo. Mm-hmm. So he said, I would love to do that one because it's beautiful. So I said, okay, yeah. So I'll send it to him. And it was funny because I was at the St. Louis show. He was there and Chuck was there. And we went to dinner together. And, of course, they're like going back and forth because they are both talented artists.
Yeah.
And it was just like they would just not stop talking because it was like, Chuck's talking about his stuff and then Bob's talking about his stuff. And it was pretty crazy. But both very talented people.
Super talented.
As far as art goes.
Well,
alrighty.
We got to get out of here because I'm starving to death. I'm gonna wither away to nothing. Just kidding, but I do want to go get some ice cream before that closes.
That does sound good.
It does. You said ice cream earlier, and I've been thinking about it ever since.
Nice. All right.
Here's his Buffalo.
Yeah, that's Chuck's back there. That's all little tiny photographs of RPMs, and I think they're all RPMs.
Yeah.
That's Chuck's. I'm wasting away.
Awesome.
So thanks for coming, everybody.
Yep. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. It's been fun.
It's been
Hope
fun.
you got your questions answered. If you didn't get your questions answered, send them to us in our email or join the Facebook group.
Or wait till the next CRAM sessions, which is a month away.
A month away.
True.
Oh, and I'm still waiting on the winner for the ANA last week. I have not heard.
No, I put it in your folder.
Was that today or?
Today, I believe. I put it
Okay,
in.
okay. I'll check it again. I checked yesterday.
Oh, there's a folder for winners too.
Oh, I didn't put it in that one. I just put it in Adam.
I think it's giveaway winners or giveaway.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Winners.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, everybody.
All right, everybody. Thank
Keep an eye on Sean's channel because in about 9 days, I'm sure he'll do a video, but he'll be at the ANA and doing his grading competition against Couch. So, Team Blue Ridge Silverhound.
Team Blue Ridge.
Team Blue Ridge.
All right, you guys.
All right.
Good night.
See you
Good
guys.
Good night.